maybe that was just a flat showing.
That makes sense.
It is one map, and there are 18 matches to play in total in a season of ECS, so there'll be much more complexity to come, and hopefully that'll be the worst of it. Cadian with a smoke and a diffuse kit. No Molotov on the team just yet for complexity, so no B plant with a molly from the top level. No smoke around connector, but Def Sam still manages to make it into the middle of the site. And now there's a man advantage. Make it 2, make it 3. Very quick kills for complexity. Looking to win this pistol round. Planting towards Ivy, which is covered by Android. Cutting the site diagonally in half with 2 CTs in connector. Very difficult emergence. Hiko with a P2000 looking around, getting shot in the back. No fatal connections just yet. Only one player spotted, now there's more. One player killed. Diffuse kit is not on the players who are alive. And now it's just down to Hiko. And now he's dead.
It's very standard A.
I don't know. Do you think they meant to smoke right bomb instead of left bomb?
I thought they smoked Z.
No, they smoked a left bomb. So basically, like it's an Ivy and ladder split.
Yeah, no, he's supposed to smoke right bomb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they come out like, ladder.
If the ladder guys fight, then the Ivy guys can't help them because in between them is smoked. And same thing goes vice versa. But if the right bomb was smoked, they could technically support each other a little bit
because
better.
you can even get seen from old bomb if your ladder guys are running out. So
they got lucky they got out.
Yeah, I saw Def went like from Pop Dog past E-Box to the middle of the site, and I was like, that's interesting. You know, with this, that one smack down.
That's weird, yeah.
Maybe they had an idea of where the CTs would be standing. Rogue off to a good start. GMD getting a kill. Peter's trying to clean up as much as possible, but he will get taken down ultimately.
I can't believe he jumped through that smoke.
3 on 3 now as things start to slow down. Scouts being collected. It's a really nice angle towards main from to the right of this position, to the chain link fence.
So if they remain outside, the most important piece of utility is a smoke for back 6. And they have 2 smokes. So I'd be very upset if they don't throw one. Like, why would they not throw a smoke back 6 right now? Lost safe plant.
Around here towards Ivy.
Yeah.
They're just not. I don't know.
Yeah. Also had a molly for the back bomb peak, but they used it on C. It's just,
they didn't cover their plan at all.
yeah. There's finally the smoke for back 6. But that planner could have died.
I think they did peek it, at least. Although, we see Hiko is towards the Ivy position. Maybe damage can be done, maybe not. So far, Hiko has just been shot in the head very quickly indeed after emerging. Not a fun start for him, but the buy round is coming.
Yeah, what do you think about like protocols? How important do you think protocols are? Like, not obviously you can never know who's going to be live in a 3-on-3. You can never know how much utility you have, but something that I like to set in place is we're outside. Okay, like we say we have one smoke. What's the most important thing we want to smoke in this scenario? And then you figure out like that protocol. You know, like we have one Molotov. Where do we use it? You know, like we have one Molotov, one smoke. Do we do both of those things? Yeah, probably so. Because those are the most effective things to do with both.
It helps a ton.
Yeah,
because everybody knows what everyone else is going to do.
I feel like that was definitely not talked about based on like what I just saw that round. You know, like that's an important thing in my opinion for a team to succeed at the top level.
Yeah, Daze talks about similar things as well.
Like I have on the team I'm playing with now, we have like a really aggressive B lurk on cash, and I'll say if we default and he gets if he dies, then here's how we adjust to that. Here's the 2 executes we might do, and then maybe we go take mid or something. And if he doesn't die, here's how we take B.
Yeah.
Right. And that helps. Everyone just doesn't. Everyone knows what nades to use, so you don't even have to like talk about it when it happens.
There's not many sites, you know, that you get stagnant on. Like you freeze up. The outside on train and maybe like a Mirage are good examples. And I feel like you should have a good idea of like what you want to do with your one extra smoke that you have.
Well, there we go. It's buy time. I think there's money for an AWP on for 2, in fact. But Vice is going for the M4. Does 6, drop 1. So it seems he will AWP. So it seems Rogue have a few AWPers. Maybe it's dependent on spawn. Maybe it's dependent on position. He's got pretty much the best spawn possible if he was to go for an aggressive peek upper B. So we'll see what he chooses to do. We've got Def in position already. Grenades in his direction, Sick, but take a quick shot. Not sure if we saw anyone. Hard to tell sometimes with the outline. But he will take some damage and announce his position. And he's just going to walk back into the angle afterwards, which won't work out for him. No flash from the low ramp or anything like that. Took a risk, didn't pay off. Early disadvantages for Rogue. Rogue now abandoning the main position, abandoning Ivy.
Do they miss their molly?
Oh, they try to do the deep molly?
The doorway molly, yeah. I think so. It's like fire on top of the door.
I think they're trying it again.
Oh, if only they knew. They did it again. Oh.
That's one way to get back into it for Rogue.
The thing is about that molly is it spreads to inside really late. And it also doesn't push you off of that position.
Now it's the Angels on the B-bomb site. Peter with the USP. They know where he is now. Full rotation. Wide peek from Cadian, not fast enough. Hiko getting his bell rung, but he will prevail. AWP collected. Does it go back to Sick? Goes to Cadian.
So yeah, guys, if you're that person in ladder that GMD is, you want to know the exact spot where the team model's head bounces to. Because when you hit the ground like that, your head bounces. So you can see the players that are really good at holding ladder, like Fur, and you just saw GMD do it. Reen's good at it. They know that exact spot where that guy's dropping. Like you don't move your crosshair any more than like a millimeter.
Rogue with a big focus towards the A side. Often you'll see one person starts on B, but they've gone for a two-man setup, and that's completely failed. I think Hiko is facing the wall, waiting for a flashbang. Only good for the one kill there. 3 on 3 though, and Sick will lose his duel, so this is an expensive game of train so far for Rogue. What do compLexity do? Time for the mid-round calls. Although in some ways, time aside, it's kind of late round in terms of personnel alive. 3 versus 2, moving back towards main. GMD getting aggressive towards B. They need the information. Gambles have to be taken. And smartly, Cadian's on towards Ivy. So again, he can cut the site in half. Not sure if anybody's coming Ivy, so he will have the occasional peek. And GMD will continue. Ooh.
Again, most important piece of utility is that smoke back 6.
Yeah, they could be throwing that now. Oh, they mollied. Oh, they mollied camera?
They smoked it. They smoked it.
Okay.
Down goes Peter. And Cadian, they don't know where he is just yet. Does he take a risk here? Does he go through the smoke? He does. Double scoping in and still managing. That looks really difficult, but managed to make it work. Stefanes was jumping in a circle. That leaves Android on E-box. Do they know where he is? They have a smoke and 2 flashes, the CTs. Doesn't seem like they have any idea, and that's going to be a massive problem for them. Spots one, make his way, but he can't get a spray in the right place. He's too far to the left. Continues to spray. They're back on the bomb now. Operation Human Shield is here. It's Cadian covering. Why is the sniper covering there? The E-box. Did he have a kit? Was there anyone that had a kit? I don't know, but... Did they win the rounds?
Wait,
I'm not even
what?
sure. They did win the rounds.
They did?
It didn't look like it didn't even look like it.
CT's won that round, bro?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Rogue won it.
Wow.
I still didn't see again if Cadian had a kit or not. If he doesn't have a kit, he has to hold. But it's so awkward. Like if he goes the wrong way on E-box or misses the shot, then
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
probably
it is.
lose the round.
It's a 50-50 left
Yeah.
or right E-box. That's not... I wouldn't want to rely on that.
And he can flick, but if he misses, that's a wrap.
It's true.
Okay, GMD was the only one with the kit, so that would explain it.
Okay.
Difficult spot. I think he defused with 1 HP getting sprayed down and then died afterwards. He died for his country, damn it.
Gotta get creative.
That was definitely creative.
So, despite it being a 3 versus 5, Def has made his way towards CT spawn, and it seems that this is just not being considered.
Honestly, they have an op, right? I mean,
Please knife.
ooh. Oh, what?
Did he get shot at?
You could do with the money there. I mean, that's bonus money thrown away. That's like what, $750? That could have been.
They just can't get enough of it. They can't get enough of those live tests.
See, I feel like if they really wanted it, like, look, like Finesse is out here. I mean, it was earlier in the round, but you know, even if since they want to throw the opposite with the door volley.
Oh my god, he's giving a sound cue away. He knows his teammate just died there.
Just look at all those T's. There's 4 of them.
His teammate just died there, and he gave the sound cue, throwing the weapon on the floor.
What would you do if your world came tumbling down, tumbling down? The song you heard, the ECS song.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
You are
I feel
more
like
observant than
I
I
feel
am.
like that's a great song for that round.
What about as soon as you throw the mollies and you know they're in ladder, have your op come out T-con and have them catch them on the fallback?
I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of different ways to deal with it.
Pop
I
a
mean,
flash over mid so you can
Definitely
peek.
don't need to have 2 guys.
Catch them on the fallback. If they want to drop down again, that's when you drop.
What it seemed like was when they did the head stack, it didn't work, and they're like, shit, what do we do now that we can't get ladder control?
Mhm.
Wait, we just have to try to get ladder control.
We need ladder control.
We need ladder control,
It's
actually.
like programmed in
Yeah.
there. Ladder control.
That was weird. Dropping the AWP for the M4. The CZ should be enough to get a kill if he's going for a kill there, and I'm sure he'd rather save the AWP if he's going to save than the M4. I don't know.
Missed it.
3
That was a
pistols
sweet
remain.
Ragdoll right
You like dolls, eh?
there. Yeah.
You dolly man.
We could get some dolls in the studio. I think we have a doll somewhere. There's one right there. You can have it if you want it.
Where's it
You
at?
can't really have it. It's really cool. It's our
So-
crappy Statue of Liberty.
Oh, that is
Switch fit.
hideous.
It's our poverty Statue of Liberty. Statue of poverty.
They have a dignified picture of the queen, but then, you know, a crummy
Yeah,
Statue of
why would
Liberty.
you, how dare you, actually.
How dare you
It's not
actually?
like we made it. Don't look at us. Finesse taken out. This has gone too far this round. All things considered, what compLexity had. But, I mean, that's an expensive round for Rogue. That is significant damage done by compLexity. So we'll see what the Rogue money looks like once they have completed their rebuy. Second sniper. So Cadian and Sick on this occasion. And, yeah, they're shorter than they could have been. But sometimes that's what happens. 4-3, the score is still close. Peter back on AWP as well.
Have they upped the pace yet with like a fast strat?
No, not once. They did almost one in their default once where they like kill these 2 guys in or so.
Don't see the blue bayonet so much.
Because if you don't up your pace, then if you don't change your pace, then people are not going to like counter nade and stuff like that, right? Pre-nade or anything like that, right?
Also, I mean, Peter took Brown Hall right at the start, right? They have 2 guys at Ivy. He immediately knows. I don't know if he saw the 2 people lower, but he definitely saw 1 guy lower because he died to it. And they saw a guy swing upper, so they know at least 2 are in, or maybe 3, based on where that first guy was. They've run into 3 in that same scenario before, so they would assume 3. You need to speed something up at outside. Like, these Ivy guys need to make a presence. Your 3rd guy that's like towards Brown Hall needs to take ladder control immediately. Like, there's 3 people outside holding 3 choke points. Spread them thin. Tops 3 people. It could be 2, which there was.
Ladder control.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not ladder control, actually.
Counter flashes in Ivy. 30 seconds remain in this 4 versus 5. And compLexity have 2 players on Ivy and 2 players on B. So their defenses are split versus a full Rogue team. Bomb not spotted yet. Now the bomb is alone, and they've got to pick towards A. But can they pull the rotation with 15 seconds left? No, they're being ignored. They seem to know it's a B play, Rogue, but they will lose players. And FNS has a bomb plant in him, but he's alone. 1 versus 3, 15 HP. There is a Molotov that maybe gets deployed. Cadian's got an angle. The flashbang is dead. I might force him off the angle. He goes back, and FNS gets the kill. A lack of respect, perhaps, of his opponent. Sick will do the distraction, and GMD will find the kill. They'll look for the second sniper, one would presume, while the defuse is delayed, and there it is.
I actually hate Ivy to B splits. I feel like there's so many opportunities to die.
So
Crossing gold bomb. And
the only way you do it is not the way compLexity did it. You don't even want to take brown hole control. You literally want to show no presence inner, so that way you force 4 people outside. You're making Ivy pressure the whole time, and then randomly, you know, you keep 4 outside by getting away with the fast backside split. But when you take brown hole right at the start, you're forcing 2 people to play inner. The Ivy guy's going to call a backside hit, so a third guy's going to be Z by the time you ever get to inner. Like, you're setting yourself up for failure at that point, in my opinion.
Pop flash and a push from Rogue. The smoke will entertain compLexity for a while. And they may wait for the smoke to disappear to try and force the CTs back. So CTs are devoid of information, so they don't get flanked. Which means this is wasting precious T time to try to set up a round. That flash collided with something and gave some warning time for Vice, who's not afraid to face. Almost a 2-man spray down. 2 men, though, are lost for compLexity. And they're still going for this ladder play. Peter's picked off. There is the bomb as well. Cadian smokes it off. GMD will get a kill on Def, leaving Android alone. The Android is running out of batteries.
Android was really sick in Dragon Ball Z, though.
I don't do anime, apart from Akira. And Ebichu. Have you seen Ebichu?
No.
You should look Ebichu up.
What's that?
It's a hamster maid.
It's like Hamtaro.
I suppose, maybe. I don't know what Hamtaro is. I know what Hamtaro is, a hamster. But it's a hamster made for a human, and it's a funny series. It's an old series, and has this like perverted Japanese guy who kind of fancies the hamster.
Okay.
Yeah, which gets a bit weird, but in a very funny way. 6-3, and compLexity are on pistols once again. 3 smokes, 3 flashes. Pop flash for FNS to allow his teammates to move past this angle or take it up, whatever they prefer. So his presence upper B now, and the push will come in. So we've got 1 CT close. That's Hiko with the M4, and Sick watching the low ground. So maybe Hiko's watching the high ground. GMD close to Pop, ready for a rotation. Molotov comes in from Sick, and he will press forwards, and they will go to the pistols. Yay, with an interesting kill there. Hiko manages to do colossal damage, leaving only 2 players remaining. He'll back off to a safe place. The bomb is covered by his teammate. He can reload now. And it's the FNS, and FNS is gone. Another round for Rogue.
That must have been an insane 1D.
Yeah, that seemed ridiculous. And Hiko's 3K.
Yeah, dude. Look at that. His sense is so high, but he has such good control of his mouse.
That op looked like, you know, like how they catch rabbits in cartoons with like the slanted box with like the string that you pull. Yeah, like it looked like that op was like a carrot under the box. Like, Ye was glued to that. He wanted it so bad. He died for it.
4 players in the A-bomb type for Rogue. Fairly standard stuff, but what's not standard is their positioning here. Quite aggressive. And there's a pop flash into the main position through the smoke, and they see no one's there, but you never know what's around the corner. How far will they go? Still only 1 person in the B bomb site with this main push, so they better get their skates on in that direction. Vice will join Sick.
They still haven't done anything fast. I mean, I feel like there's no reason not to just keep Humon in ladder every single round.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, Humon has to just be like, well, how am I on ladder again this round, guys?
And now they're actually quite far away playing teammate together. So look at the entries.
They've actually Molotov them. I don't know if that was a CT Molotov. I assume it was to stop them going towards the bomb site. And the CT's on B, only good for the 1 kill.
God, no one's guarding this point.
FNS manages to find the frag. Hiko through the smoke with his second. GMD and Hiko, FNS and Peter. There is a smoke for later on, but first the molly will come for FNS's position. He's got 12 HP and he's dead. Now the smoke is on the floor somewhere, maybe rolling around. Hiko in a tough spot, waiting for a peek. Peter with the AWP. That is favourable. That's why Peter peeks early. He's seen him, and he won't peek again. Eco's running out of time to commit now. And he's got to run away.
Uh-oh.
Round number 4 for complexity.
They still haven't done, they still haven't done anything fast. Is there a good reason to keep two in team main for an extended period of time? Like, if they just smoke the back of team main, leave one there, or just smoke it and don't even play anyone there, don't they get this, like, a very good amount of information out of that?
I feel like playing 2 inner isn't so bad. I mean,
They did have 2 inner,
You
yeah.
can play retake inner. I just feel like the guy's inner kind of overcommitted and died a little bit right there.
Okay.
Because you can also hold, the ladder run out from team mid, which is so strong. If they happen to run out ladder when you're in team mid, it's like free kills.
It's true.
Love this boost.
Is that for pallet?
Yeah.
I will have to absorb that one.
I didn't know about that one.
It's a new one for me. Two players are aware of each other's presence. Def has to be aware, though, that somebody might be in Pop Dog. Still in A alone, with 3 people towards IV position. He's rotating all over the place, and he is very exposed at the moment. He may be stuck around E-Box for a while. Pop Flash, but he'll get the Molotov out. There's still a player FNS above Pop Dog, and he hasn't got a kill just yet, so not sure what's going on in Pop, but Android is delivering around the bomb train. 3 versus 2, and there's a smoke down there, which would explain the lack of frags. Def going to do it himself. That leaves Cadian alone. Moving towards camera. The bomb is planted. Hitting the train with his shot. Now they know where he is. Difficult times for Cadian. Nobody's showing. Touch the bomb, please, is the question. Is the request, rather. I think it's time to leave.
I'm so glad FNS didn't come storming down the ladder and die right there to the guy ladder. And then have him go up the ladder, towards White Walls.
Round number 5. What does this mean for the CT money? It means the money sucks. So complexity have opportunity, they have chance to catch up to even score, to take the lead perhaps.
Yeah, I think we've seen a little bit of an adjustment here from complexity, right? Like the inner exec, and now this round they completely avoid ladder, using mid and Ivy a little bit more. So good to see that. Looks like they found a solution to the whole ladder problem.
Yeah, they found a way to get him. How important is ladder for splitting outside?
It's not necessary, but it's also difficult to deal with if you're running out mid and there's someone in ladder. What we saw yesterday, I think Liquid, they're smoking off ladder from the dumpster outside team main. Seen that from a couple other European teams. They do like I think Hundon's team. I don't know what the name of his team is. I don't even know if it was this iteration of his team, but they did like a 5-man mid exec, like 30 seconds of the round, where they smoked off ladder. It's really sick, actually. Like I was thinking about making a YouTube video about it a while back, but I don't even know where I saw it anymore to do that. Oh, you know who showed me that? Jamie Kita.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's where I saw that.
Man like Kita. One of the Face It boys. One of the Face It Ninja Crew. PC name for it. Named by Dan. 7-5. Cadian, what can he do with this AWP? Take out Peter, and he's got to play close enough to pick that up if he's lucky enough. FNS spotted, fighting with the bomb, and now he might have to get his skates on. Holding position for now, moving away. What can Android get done? Two players moving out from the Pop Dog position. The ace has been popped. Now the main threat has been neutralized. 2 USPs remain. See if Vice can rescue a weapon at this point. There are some around main. If you're Vice, what is your aim here? Trying to save a weapon or get a sneaky kill?
Yeah, probably save a gun at that point, right?
I mean, there's a chance he might get a
shoot
somebody in the back of the head.
If he got the opening kill there, he probably goes for it. But That was scary, actually, for complexity, by the way. They saw that op Ivy gets the opening pick. They saw a second guy push through Ivy. And instead of, like, flooding towards inner, potentially, and leaving, like, a scout mid to figure out if there's any more outside, they actually went into the outside stack where the op was. Is there a reason for that? Can they, like, not hear them pushing ladder?
Ring the bell to subscribe on YouTube so you get alerts when we're live.
Oh.
That's why he's doing it.
He's a shill.
He's a homie.
He's a corporate shill. Some dancing going on. Peter looking for some arrogance. Minute 10 on the clock. Again, we've got 3 players towards the IB position, and complexity are making a lot of noise. Multiple AKs and the AWP, I think, that Rogue can glean from.
I feel like they literally just typed in MM1, 3 Ivy. We're 3 Ivy right now, boys.
Yeah.
Just everyone spamming their guns. Don't do it.
Oh boy.
Hiko starting to push, maybe based on all this information that has been given to them by the opponent.
Just like you said, they know that majority were Ivy.
Oh my god, he got one. That's crazy, actually.
Now they start to move out, but will they plant for Ivy?
Oh,
When
they don't
popped
know.
up, they think there's one, but there's 2 more. Are they going to face? The plant comes again, and I think they're going to boost over the window, are they? Or are they just facing? Caden with a big headshot there. 3 on 3 now, as Ye has a superior angle over Vice. 6 still towards Pop Doc. You can see the legs when FNS peaks. So FNS has got to be really careful. Some pre-fight A. Trying to bait FNS out. He's shooting towards sight to try to make him trade frag. But it won't work out, and Sick will cut his losses and get out of there.
So I think strategically what Def did was a pretty bad idea, dropping into ladder before the outside hit, being the first contact, basically. As a lurker, I don't think that's good, especially knowing people are in ladder. Like, it was very risky. But because he dropped down, he saw 2 people in ladder and a guy flanking him. He did get the kill, which is good. But coming out of Ivy knowing 2 people out of 4 are inside the ladder room is pretty strong. Like, it put them in a great spot, luckily. But yeah, that played out way better than I thought it was gonna.
Yeah, me too. I mean, they get the double push inner was a good response to knowing that like they're on an Ivy default, right?
Yeah.
And then you know if they, I mean, somehow he gets that kill with 2 there, even though GMD was killing 2 people by himself before. So, and then could have just gotten flanked if he took any more time to begin with. So yeah, pretty lucky. Fast outside
This is
though.
good.
Yeah.
Indeed, Molly on the middle of the bomb train. Seen that a lot this week, and it continues. Bomb planted for Ivy with the smokes down. Sick and Cadian remain for the CTs in the last round of the first half. Doesn't look good for them. Not finding any openings. Only seeing smokes. Cadian going for the hero pop flash. Easily dispatched off. And seems that maybe all 5 will survive. Consolation frag at the end. But it's complexity leading at halftime, 8-7. Big string of rounds from both teams in the first half.
What's the worst retake scenario? You're in Z, and they just keep refreshing Smoke Z or Molly Z, or you are rotating from like library and someone just keeps re-smoking like mini pit. You have to run through that smoke. It's the 15th round you have to go through. What's the worst one?
I don't know. I would rather go through Z.
Through the Z smoke?
I'd rather go through the Z smoke. Hope it's a little poofy.
Yeah.
And then just come out the right. Sneak into hell.
Yeah.
I think if you like had a smoke of your own, you could kind of maybe create some space, but it's still a complete gamble regardless. You have no idea where anybody is because you're screwed, just both of them. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
because those scenarios are pretty common actually when you watch games. Like someone gets stuck like that, and they have to go through it.
I think Connector is a tighter choke point on Train, which makes it arguably worse. And if you're lucky, you can see around part of the smoke on the Inferno, but you're still just.
You wouldn't rather run through that back wall smoke towards like a graveyard wall and just like pray that there's not a guy pit peeking you?
Are you talking about the? Are we talking about the library smoke or the moto smoke?
The moto smoke.
Oh, the moto smoke.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
was.
think I'd rather run through that moto smoke.
I thought you were talking about the library smoke. I'm like, there's no. You can't really get
You
a
can't go
library
anywhere.
smoke. Yeah, yeah. Moto smoke. I mean, I'm looking around.
Yeah, I'll take the Inferno one. Here we are, another pistol round. Maybe, well, no, definitely the last pistol round of the day today. This is the last North American game. Hiko with a smoke and a flash for his team. Everybody else on Kevlar. Yay. Did Yay buy? Am I missing something?
That's the next gen meta.
No, he did buy. Did he forget to buy? I've seen Chris J forget to buy twice.
You don't always have to buy a pistol. I don't think, personally.
Sometimes I don't. And I just say I'm saving for up.
Do you remember when?
I just say I forgot.
Do you remember when the Mac 10 was?
Scumbag launch.
Remember when the Mac 10 was 1050 and you could like I could drop. I did
You
literally
get a
did
kill?
this with Hiko.
Oh,
I
yeah.
dropped him a dig on Dust 2. He picked
Got a
mid,
kill, yeah.
and then he bought a Mac 10 and gave it back to me.
Shox has done that before as well.
So insane.
That's like buying Bitcoin, though. Like, you don't know.
I was gonna make a Bitcoin reference earlier today. I'll put it back on the table.
Sub 1 minute mark, starting to move through. Main bomb's been spotted, and they're getting the first kill, at least the opening kill. Oh,
Now kiss.
they're getting blocked.
I like this commentary.
3 CTs, all running back, and Sick is dispatching of almost all of them. GMD will steal the last kill, and that is the pistol round for Rogue.
I think they did the same pistol round as complexity there, didn't they? 2-1-2 split. Smoke. One smoke for the
Did
ball?
smoke sandwich?
Actually, maybe they didn't. Yeah, they did smoke sandwich. Never mind. They had an extra smoke at least. But now they split pistols, tied up.
It's an A stack from complexity, and will it be an Ivy push as well? Or maybe a bait setup? We've got Peter at the back, and Def waiting for him to be drawn over. They smell a juicy bone, and he does not check the corner. Despite 3 people being there, won't make that mistake for a while. Very simple and successful, and that's left Hiko in the red as well, so one would presume that there was a re-peek from the CTs at the bottom of Ivy.
Not a fan of this buy by Complexity, by the way. FNS full save, Peter full save, Yay full buy, the other 2 buy pistol. I don't really know if there's something planned because of that. It's weird. But then this round, FNS buys a CZ. Why do you full save last round and buy CZ this round?
Do you force a lot at second round CT on frame?
I don't know. It's weird. Like, it depends if you can buy a couple scouts. I like scouts roaming around on.
Get a kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think always investing and a pistol, unless you're the opera, is pretty decent idea. Or maybe even a flash smoke to filter them somewhere.
There's a flash on FNS, and everybody is on B, so maybe he's going to I thought maybe he'd be on a train to throw it over the top or something, but nope. So bomb's been planted. Do they play for exits? Do they run to their doom? Don't want to give up money for free at this point.
You know what I was thinking of last night while we're on this dead time? So what if instead of introducing like, new maps, they just opened up skyboxes every now and then, like maybe every season? And what if they opened up the Ivy skybox so you could throw smokes over Ivy to outside? I think you'd see more like 4-man Ivy hits. You never see that though, because you can't throw anything.
You're so limited, yeah.
You can't throw anything to support yourself from Ivy unless you just peek it and you like bank it smoke off the wall or something like that.
That's
How
true.
sick would that be though if they did that? It would change the meta of the map completely, and just like.
And you wouldn't even have to add a new map.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to add a new map, and it's just something so simple. They could literally take train out for 2 hours and put it back in. I'd imagine. I don't know what it takes to make a map. I'm probably wrong.
They're
Seems
good at that
like
stuff.
they should just like go in and like just
Cut it
delete
out
with MS
and
Paint,
delete
right?
it. That's pretty much what Hammer is. MS Paint.
Yeah.
Except it crashes more.
If it's anything like Demo UI, it is an excellent tool on opposite day.
Demo UI is such a nightmare. Or not the UI exactly. But
How
just
dare them go for Ivy after I say no one goes for Ivy? How dare them?
are they even listening?
Stream sniping teams.
Oh,
Here they come, insta-dink. And Ye still has a lot to do, and he does a lot. 2 kills for him and lots of information for his team. Sick of a great peek towards the bomb train. But will they see Def here in the same position as before? Oh, he's given it away now, and he gets nothing out of it. He will regret that one. Now Peter's the last man standing. They can plant on the other side of the train. He goes through connector. But they won't know that, so they won't feel like it's safe to rotate too much. Molly in. And, oh, that is really fast play from Peter, but he looks the wrong way. Difficult situation. Expensive round for both sides, but that's more favorable to the T side, who are 3 rounds ahead, and they put complexity on Eco.
they really had that.
Yeah, like you're in such a good situation playing around the bomb chain when people come out Ivy heavy like that. That's why I said it'd be great to throw utility over that wall, because you saw every engagement complexity took. They were actually probably favored in all of those engagements to win.
Def had like a, yeah.
Yeah, they just lost every battle, or just got unlucky with a little bit of timing.
Well, Ye got us 2 kills,
Yeah.
and then everyone else just died.
Much gunfire. What can Def get out of this? Not much. Such is the nature of Nico around the train on many occasions. Double ops now for complexity, trying to play the catch-up game. The rifle is well equipped.
So you op in a couple days ago, James.
Yes.
Holding it down. Overpass.
I love me some AWP. I love me some overpass. I have my my ideas, my framework very set up for my AWP on overpass. And Peter looks good on train as well. Looking towards the pop dog position, which if you can get in there with a sniper rifle, you can catch people off guard on Ivy if they're not well prepared. And now Def doing damage on the B-bomb site as well. But it's going to be hard for him to figure out where the Ts could be. And in fact, there is another one making his way towards connector. And there are 2 CTs making their way out of connector. Sick going to be facing forward, but he can't win the duel. 5 versus 2, and it's not going well for Rogue.
I feel like the only problem with people running up pop now, like how everybody just runs up pop now, is just that it's becoming too common. But
So you mean CT's running to pop?
yeah, like running up this. What do you call it? What do you call it?
The T is running up sidewalk.
Yeah, T's sidewalk. Yeah. Like here, he just opts this side because nobody even crosses the site anymore. Everyone just runs up. Which for wrapping the site it makes sense, but it's just that thing, I guess, when if you know someone's gonna do it, it just becomes useless.
Both teams on the buy once again, but with 2 MAC-10s on Rogues, maybe a faster round from them. Android makes his way into Pop Dog. Nobody in main to cut him off.
Why is it that ladder is called Pop Dog?
Because in 1.6 there was a train that had a little pop dog. Like it had a little dog, and I think it said even pop dog.
Yeah, I think it said Pop Dog, yeah.
That wasn't. Oh, so we'll.
There was 2 trains. One was inner lower.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Ladder,
Okay.
yeah.
Sick trying to close the distance. Going through the flames. The pop flash will surely be heard. Flying through like he is... who's that guy from Delta Force? Chuck Norris on the most, like, launching the missiles. 3 versus 2 now. Peter and Android remain. I'd be surprised if anybody's seen that Delta Force film who's actually tuned in.
Chuck Norris was a meme, though.
Mm-hmm.
People could know who Chuck Norris is.
Yeah, but Delta Force specifically was like America, like in a film. It was brilliant. Rogue very very confident that this round is won, and they are on the hunt.
Do you call them Brogue?
Hopefully not.
That'd be so cool.
They were just named after some nice shoes. Brogues.
Oh, that's a shoe.
Yeah. Brogues.
They're my
are a shoe.
Brogues.
Add a B to Rogue, S on the end, and you got Brogues. Look it up on the internet. Posh English shoes. Brogues. Very posh. Okay, we are 13-9. 1 AWP per team. Caden will wield this on the T side for Rogue. He's an North of I trade. Another low-res player, if I remember correctly. Seen him play a few matches for our officers in the past. They're lining up for death, though. He manages to get 3 kills out of that, and he's still got more bullets in the hole.
Not a single point of damage taken, too.
That was super clean.
Yeah, that was real clean.
Both players above B. And I think we've got a CT. 2 CTs up the ladder.
Ooh.
Off angle, but Hiko with a dirty flick. Would expect a second player. Yay. 13 HP. Getting out of there smartly. Some indecision there, maybe. And an easy frag at the end.
Oh! Oh! He was convulsing.
This angle, perfect.
What if the team all just got back up? Could there be anything more shocking?
Pop a flash over T-Con. Everybody running to enter, though. 5 players. Molly goes down immediately. No one seems to be ready to execute quite yet, but they're getting in position.
Yeah, they must have heard the sound cues. They smoked the molly, so rush if you will, but you will be at great disadvantage. 2 people above the ramp. They are just waiting the smoke out. What other grenades line waits?
They have 2 inner and 1 Z.
Oh, he missed the Z smoke.
That's not good.
Oh, yeah.
More Molotovs. The pop flash for the expected route, and it will be avoided. The CTs are blind. What happened there?
Did they just blind themselves? He right-clicked the flash.
Yeah.
That's a big oof.
You hate to see it.
Save time. Please leave the building.
Oh, no.
Dang, it looks like they're so ready for that, too.
Yeah.
Look what it's done to their money.
I thought, James, didn't you... When you were talking, I thought you said there was a guy spool, right, on radar?
Spool?
Yeah, like inner, below, upper. Right there, that thing. The
I don't think so. I didn't mention spool, no.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I
said
don't
2
think-
people close to inner.
No, I don't think there were, I don't think there was someone there.
No, there's only 2 inner.
Yeah. I know, but I thought one of the 2 was there.
No, I think they were near the middle, if I remember correctly, which my memory is actually completely abysmal, so.
Yeah, they're both like summit. So if you call ladder pop, then what do you call this train in Europe? Or
I don't know.
I mean, we call it pop, right?
I call it pop, yeah.
Yeah.
You call that train pop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back pop, front pop, pop, top pop.
Pop, pop.
Orville Redenbacher.
Wow.
What did he do?
He missed. He missed.
He whiffed.
He
Completely
whiffed
missed, yeah.
completely. He didn't
Point
even,
blank.
He didn't even hit the wood frame. He hit the watermelon.
Donk. Because we pop them like we pop in Orville Redenbacher.
Launders was a rapper in a past life. How much new content being released on that front, though?
In this life.
I think we have aggression from compLexity up the B ramp, or maybe they have thought better of it. Seems they were heading that direction. Okay, Peter with the AWP, perhaps not. He's got his angle. He is posted up, as the Americans like to say.
Is that weird?
Just different, just American. Look at all the smokes on the A-bomb site. Yeah, he's still delivering a kill. This is absolute carnage, and nobody has seemingly checked E-box. And Android pretty much crushes the round. Cadian is alone now. FNS moving around the Ivy position. He doesn't really have a long-range weapon of the MP9, but there is one in connector, and if Cadian keeps moving forward, surely his gun will show itself first. It seems FNS is just going to run around and jump on the site, so they know where he is, and that will be a bait for Yeastar to finish things off. 11 rounds for compLexity.
It's really nice patience from Android to not peek T-Con there as well.
Yeah, him getting these 2 kills right here. Round winning.
Juicy.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. The buys continue. Not ideal, not spectacular, not stellar, but maybe they will do. FNS moving into an aggressive position. Android will be the bait. They had one player up top as well, but he's been smoked off, and they managed to escape their setup. It got precarious, especially after that smoke.
What kind of round do you use that setup? Whoa.
I guess you'd use it any round because you could just stop at default with something like that.
The inner like
yeah.
2 ramp, yeah.
Down goes the bomb. FNS looking for something, and he found something. Not what he wanted though. Cadian down in return, but now Peter is in a 1 versus 3, so it looks like Rogue may be moving to a match point here. Not much Peter can do about it. Needs to hold on to his gun. Back he goes. There's one person who might engage him. There's some money though for compLexity. He could drop an M4. So let's see what he can do.
Man, I just can't stop thinking about Brogues. Just, I feel like if I ran Rogue's social media account, I would call my fans Brogues. You know, like, what's up, Brogues?
I feel like they
That'd
look
be cool.
They look
Thank you
like
for the support today,
moccasins or like dress shoes.
Can we talk about what really matters?
What
Bro.
really matters? Tell us.
Not the shoes. It's the word. Brogues.
Brogues. It honestly makes my mouth uncomfortable to say.
Well, this fight sucks for compLexity, and this may mean aggression. They've got flashes. They may feel like they need an early frag.
Get a ladder push here. Getting ladder.
Get some ladder control.
Android making his way there with the M4, as per usual. And Roga seeking presence towards B. Smashing the windows because they're thugs. 2 CTs in the pop dog. Slide into my pop dog. That was awkward. And that might be the lifeline that compLexity needed. Rogue were well equipped and some things went wrong. Still 2 posted in pop dog.
I think that nade up was so dumb.
What's up?
I still think it was so dumb. The way you could hear people throwing their nades.
Oh yeah.
Why is it dumb?
Because of this.
But why did that make it dumb? Why is it bad that people can hear it? That's not a reason.
Because now, look what you have to do to take ladder. It's actually ridiculous.
But you could never throw nades for yourself before.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
What, in CSGO?
Yeah, you can pop flash. Yeah, before it was just inconsistent. But in CS before CSGO and before that update, and in CSGO before that update, you could let go of your nade without someone hearing it.
Just a normal nade at maximum length.
Yeah.
they just made it a global sound when it used to just be client
It
side.
used to be a glitch where like
was a
certain
glitch,
surfaces would cause you to hear it.
Yes,
and when they
elevations.
realized that it was a glitch that was occurring, they just were like, all right, let's just make it so it makes noise every time.
Yeah, when before and in Source and 1.6 you could never hear it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's a bad thing though. I like it.
It is a bad thing.
Why is it a bad thing?
Because look how stupid that like whole ladder meta is.
Change your approach then.
You got the best teams in the world working on this, James,
Yeah,
24 hours a day.
Negev,
And they're still getting sprayed down by
Get a
fur.
Negev until it's the laser.
Get a Negev, he
laser
says.
modes, and then just jump down there. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it.
That would
tomorrow.
actually be pretty
I'll do it
nuts.
laser. Yeah, because it'll be laser, right? Negev laser.
You just charge
Dude.
it up.
The Bardoff meta. Let's do it. Let's get someone in on this.
Listen, get me a clip and I'll shut up. Get me a clip and I'll shut up.
Can you guys please try this out?
If you get a 2K doing that,
Put me in, coach.
if you get I'm
I'm
gonna send
do
you
it.
on a mission.
I'm sure I'll play train tonight on.
Dude.
On
And if
the
you knife
circuit.
one of
Could
them.
you stop a head stack with a Negev on top spraying? There's
You
no
actually
way.
kind of could. That's like,
Obviously, if you hear it start spraying, you just peek up the ladder and kill the guy.
well, yeah, charging it up. You have to charge it up like 3 times.
But that's where you go 200
But
IQ.
then, then you've got the mix-up, right? You start firing the Negev to get the laser, and someone's like, okay, well, let me pick the ladder, and then you throw a grenade down there with someone else. Right? And then there you go. You never know what's coming. It's a roulette wheel of pain.
Bardoff is literally issuing the meta. Oh.
So I have extra power because I'll kill people in the most ridiculous ways possible. That'll just tilt them, and then make the rest of them much easier to win.
Get a 1K versus fur at the bottom of the ladder.
I feel like at first the Negev wasn't used because people were like, I don't know, I don't think we can use it, right? If I was planning on taking it out of the game, it's kind of BM to use. It's been in the game for so long now at 2K. I want to see someone master this shit. Like,
It's true.
I want to see someone use a Negev. NBK is the guy to do it. Can we get NBK on a
He
Negev?
tried. You know, there was the thought that you could use it, charge it up, and then spray down like a line of fire so that like on an anti-eco no one could cross because
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
actually
yeah.
hold it down. It's like
Yeah,
kind of like
it's
a
a
grenade in
sniper
that
rally type
sense. Yeah.
Dude, what if someone exec'd on you, right? And you just were you weren't first contact, so like someone was holding the exec say on B Mirage.
Dusty
and
B
you
Rush.
you charged it up like while that guy made first contact. Are they really taking that site? No way.
No.
No way.
When you know there's going to be a Dust 2B rush, get to the Negev, diagonal angle, that's a lovely shot from
That was
Sig.
nice, yeah.
And maybe there's still a chance that they can win this. The bomb is still in their control. It's going to be collected, but they've got 30 seconds. That's the problem.
Oh.
Oh dear, what is going on? He's run all the way around the site, taking down Android for free, and now there are 20 seconds on the clock. They just need to clear back bomb train, and then maybe the bomb can get planted. Sick again. 1 versus 1, 15 seconds to plant the bomb. Where is he going? He's got 15 seconds. Someone's probably told him. Does Peter push? Does he believe? Peter's going for it. He's on the train. Sick seems to have no idea. He's pulled the knife out. That's a schoolboy error.
Schoolboy error.
And it will be compLexity with round number
He's
13.
misspelled his name.
It's a schoolboy error. But great play from Sick though. Lovely shots from him. Nobody can touch him, apart from Peter. Bish bash botch. And that's an important AWP for Peter to collect at the end as well. If he didn't have one already, I'm not sure because pistol was out. Probably did. Pistol's out for Rogue as well. I like that the grenades have audio cues because you can't have like one part of train as the argument to just mute all grenades.
Oh,
Like, that's not. It's okay. I think it's okay for something to be difficult.
So what
You know?
sucks
It's
though
not
is, like,
difficult. You can't use utility
say
like
you're
behind
playing
a
cash.
smoke.
Say you're playing cash, right? You're the player in B site, and you have a teammate like under vent. Your teammate's like, oh, he's creeping up, he's creeping up. You flash B main from site. The guy outside B main can actually hear you pull that flash from inside the site by generator.
That's the thing. So even
That
What
is
if you're
people
what if you're
always
by
said,
headshot?
yeah, that's what he's saying. That's generator.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he's
okay.
he's saying you
Yeah,
can hear
yeah,
it from
of course.
so the counter argument was like, oh, now you have to right click flashes, so it's like way more
Yeah.
tactical, but you can even hear those
Yeah.
or left click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think it's fine to make noise. I just think the distance needs to be cut off because it's
Yeah.
discouraging teamwork at that point. Like you're discouraging a teammate flashing for the other one.
Yeah, if you can hear that flash, then maybe there is a zone which could be reduced. I agree with that for sure. But I like the player introduces into the game. Peter's trapped now for the time being, but he manages to get the smoke grenade up. But I have to delay his exit in case there is spray through the smoke, but there's no spray. Seems Rogue don't want to give up their positions, but we might be heading to overtime because 2 players have been lost on the T side. 3 players remain, but they've done no damage to any CT player whatsoever, and we've seen that there's strong map control for complexity towards the IV position, so it's the Hail Mary from Rogue making their way into the B bomb site. Android, it's easy for him. Cadian peeking now, but it's a 5 versus 2. Android need not peek. Bit of shoulder, a wide peek, and he will get punished eventually. 4 versus 2. Hiko left on his own to plant the bomb. The flank coming in, and guess what? Not time to have your knife out. 1 versus 4 for Hiko. No time to plant the bomb. 25 seconds, not going to happen. Overtime for Rogue and complexity.
Crazy. I felt like Rogue was in control of the entire match, and then they just let it slip away.
I think they lost 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes is right. It looked like they got a little bit sloppy, and they took the score for granted. Yeah. Which can happen.
Well, here we go again. 1 AWP on the CT side to kick things off. It is what I like to call an all-in play if they buy 2 AWPs in the first round of overtime on the CT side, because if you lose 2 in a row, the third one is almost given away for free. Because you're just so poor. Can't do as much as you'd like to.
His teammate mollied him.
That's not good. It's not good at all, and it's cost him his life, and it might cost them the round. 2 players lost for complexity. Def dancing around the bomb train, losing the duel though to Sick. 4 on 2. They've got CTs close, but they can't stop the plant. Sick might get traded by Cadian here. Does he go for the re-peek? Surely he hears the reload, so he should know he can take the angle. Indeed he does. There he goes. That one was inevitable. Nice angle from Peter, but he's got 2 more to find. A molly towards Pop Dog. Goes for the fake. He spots GMD. Surely P250 charging forward now. Missing the shot there. So close, but it wasn't to be.
Have you found that if you flash, like bomb flashes over T-Con, people will be less likely to go into ladder in the first place?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I said that yesterday.
Oh, we talked about that yesterday?
Maybe in the morning. I don't know. But yeah, so like if you want to get quick ladder control, I found that like just throwing a couple flashes over mid deters the guy from just running as fast as possible up the ladder wall. You know, like he's more likely to stop at E-box for a split second, but that's how you're ladder.
So how many plays will Rogue announce? 3 plays towards IV. Only 1 spraying though. I think it was complexity where had all 3 people firing, and Sick opens up complexity towards main. Just trying to walk in, and that might cost him the round as well. FNS at the back. Don't think he was spotted pre-fire from Hiko, but FNS smartly moved in advance of the spray coming in. He expected it seems. 2 AWPs in the M4. FNS must do a lot. Does he go through the smoke? The Molotov, he does. 2 targets. Doesn't land one. Peter gets taken out as well. And we might have a poor complexity for the last round if Def can't save.
Yeah. Rogue looking to bring home the win for the Brogues.
The Brogies.
The Brogies and Brogettes.
And they have $900 between them at the moment, as you can see there.
They got it in the bag like Brogers.
Did you say Brogurts?
Yeah, it's like Kroger's is a grocery store in America.
Yeah.
Oh, so you meant like yogurts.
Like yogurt.
Brogurts. It's like a bad commercial for a startup company of yogurt. Yogurts.
Fact.
So this is what I'm talking about. That's really, really bad money for complexity. But you never know.
At least he saved the AWP.
Yeah. Probably could afford it to... Did they throw smoke into T-Con? Is that why they walked in? They thought it was clean already, or...?
I don't think they thought it was clean. It's just...
Why doesn't Peter take the AWP?
Eh.
Is it spawn-based or...?
It's NA based. I'm just kidding. Nah, yeah, probably just because Def saved it and he wants to keep it.
All Alrighty then. Let's see
Finders keepers.
That's how it works in NA.
Let's see what happens. The pistols are getting to work. That's a nice shot from Def, showing why he's holding on to the AWP. 3 versus 2. The boost will come in. He saw Cadian on top.
Oh,
but
so
Cadian
close.
saw him as well. FNS with an AWP. That was a nice shot from Cadian, but it was just slightly off the mark. So they know a player is towards Ivy. They've got minute 12 to plant the bomb, so that's not the worst thing in the world. They'll go for what they think is a safer plant. Peter in the smoke can't land the mark, and now he's got to reload his CZ, so that was all good timing. Considering a knife attempt, but he has to assume the player is full health. Slowly emerging, many places to check. They know where one person was, don't know where the other person is. Touching the bomb, not defusing the bomb though. Vice gets taken out. Cadian peeking from the same angle. There's the first one. Pop flash comes in. Will he peek with it though? That's a lovely snap from Cadian. Nice stuff from him. 3-0 in the first half. 3 match points for Rogue.
Damn.
I
Everyone
love
over
seeing
20
end of half
kills.
kills where like the crosshair is just way off from where he aimed because he whipped.
Yeah, whipped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Came back.
Yeah, he's aiming into the box right there. Clearly, he didn't shoot that shot at the box.
Too quick.
Too quick for the game.
Well then, compLexity can afford no errors. Only pop flash over main, but they will still get a player towards Pop Dog. GMD is in position, and he will hear Ye running towards the B bomb site. No need for a player to shoulder peek the low ramp necessarily. Some spray from Hiko, some harassment, but nothing doing there. Minute 30 for compLexity. Good grenades at the moment. Single sniper on both sides.
Uh-oh, they're gonna try to get in ladder.
Yo, yes, let's watch this.
FNS makes his way down.
There's no way.
Oh, no.
And there he goes. Oh! FNS goes down and trades the kill at least. Well then, 4-on-4 on the A side. Everybody's on A. And it will be a brief graveyard for Rogue, losing a few players. Smoke towards the box from a CT side, trying to create space for themselves. Maybe Sick runs out into connector, but the rest of his team have left the site going around the back. That leaves it a 2 versus 4 for Rogue.
You know what's weird about what he does there? He could just smoke. He could just smoke the molly behind him, and then use the smoke to just peek and then fall out of it.
Yeah.
But instead he smokes in front of him, and then it almost makes it random, I think.
Yeah. Well, I can
Looks
tell
like
you
the
the
CTs are saving.
results do not seem random thus far.
It's
Like-
true. he's like killing them most of the time.
Yeah. I feel like he could have a ladder room frag movie in this match alone.
It's true.
Bosh.
I was
Well-
disappointed, James, that you didn't go like around the back.
I haven't said that for a while. Although I haven't commentated for a while. Before this week, so that might be why.
I like the back.
You got it back? You're a fan of the back? Round the back.
It's like, who isn't?
I don't say round the back, I say from the back. I've never said round the back.
Yeah. Same thing though.
It's not, it's different. It's not what I'm saying. Where's the attention to detail, Sean? I thought we were friends.
You say tomato. I
Hey,
say
James, you say
tomato.
this. I don't say that at all. No, it's not what I say at all. Never said that. Ever.
James is getting Kathy Newman over here.
Kathy who? New? What?
Say what?
Yeah, remember that? So you're saying what you're saying?
Is there no one in her?
It's empty. Yes.
It is vacant.
And they know it's too louder now.
They are taking reservations.
Oh.
2-man Ivy push. They see no one. So time to start trickling into the B bomb site. Sick makes his way there. It seems they've realized what's going on. The gamble. Hiko 3 HP. I'm not sure what happened to him. Starting to move backwards and forwards.
Should just be stacking inner.
Well, they've got the flank coming in from Vice, and Cadian making his way into Connector. And again, they're starting to move forward towards Connector as opposed towards the bomb train, as Sean said. And they are getting cut to pieces. This might be it. FNS 1 versus 4, trying to tap Cadian down. There he goes. He goes close. He's in the reds, but it's FNS who's dead. 19 to 16. Rogue take it in overtime.
Yep, bringing it home for the Brogues.
Did they just feel like they could